What up, Dokkanners? Did you guys know that during this version Z campaign, we have access to not 5 or 10, not even 20, but over 50 story events? Over 50. Honestly, there's so many events, you could probably have an easier time counting how many events are not available. If we scroll over to the left, I don't know why, but the future Trunks Saga story event is not included. Everything else is either strike or special events, but that is the only story event that's not available. Why is that the case? I don't know. Anyway, the point is, we have a ton of various story events that are available, so if you're a new player, there is just an infinite or a limitless source of things to do, units to farm out, items to grind, and especially with auto mode, it makes all of this so much easier. So I'm sure some of you guys are just going down the list, mowing down these story events one by one. The point of today's video, though, is to show you that some of the events can give more than just free-to-play units and items, but they can also give you access to Elder KAIS. Elder KAIS is an essential resource that is needed to boost the super attack of various units, and since there are so many banners available on Global right now, I'm sure some of you guys are in desperate need of some extra Elder KAIS. So, we're going to go over every single story event that can give you those KAIS, and then I'm going to show you a really useful diagram at the end of the video that summarizes everything up that you can use, you can screenshot it and use it as a checklist to run through these events one by one. So let's actually go over to the Dokkan Wiki instead. Actually, let me first show you all of the various Elder KAIS in total. So if we go to the Baba Shop all the way to the right, click on Treasure, and we scroll to the right until we hit this little black checkerboard thing. This is a gourmet chocolate. So starting from here, you can see that there are a couple KAIS that can be purchased right here, a couple more KAIS here, and the trend continues with the Pacifier, the Ran, the Sleeping Princess, Blood Ruby. I don't know why this cosmically acclaimed sweets is unavailable. That's just strange. We've got the Kachin Medal. Ignore these two. We've got Pudding. Pudding gives us stuff. We've got Radish XL. We've got the Hercule Badge, Metal Apples. So there is just so much to do. In total, folks, that is 27 KAIS. That is enough to boost the super attack of 2 TURs and work your way through most of a third copy. Or, if you want to think of an LR, that can take care of one complete LR and then kind of get you halfway through a second one. So 27 KAIS, that's a lot. Sometimes when I do these videos, I'm talking about maybe 2 to 4, possibly 6 on a good campaign KAIS. Here we're getting 27. You definitely want to be doing these whenever you have the spare time. So let's jump over to the Dokkan Wiki now and take a look at all of these events. I don't want to keep scrolling up and down through the events tab in the game. It's just going to get very annoying and it might be hard to follow. So I'm going to list all of these out, and then don't worry, folks, I will give you guys a really awesome cheat sheet. I've been doing this from time to time on big celebrations, so hopefully you guys enjoy that. So this is the first one. The Evil Revived Most Fearsome Majin story event. Here you farm out those gourmet chocolates on stage 5. The Majin Buu Saga category is the go-to category to increase the drop rate. Let me actually show you, for those of you who are new players, how that works. So let me actually jump back in. I'm not going to actually start... Well, actually, I might as well. Let's go to level 5. So, go to level 5, click that one, and as you can see right here, my team is glowing. That's because these units fit in the category of Majin Buu Saga. And on the top right here, it shows the increased drop rate, 245%. Because I've got a full team of LRs, I've got the highest possible bonus, which means 245% means you are guaranteed 2 additional bonus drops, and then a 45% chance for a third bonus drop. That is how that works. So if you guys are trying to maximize your efficiency and minimize the amount of runs, try to bring as many rare Majin Buu Saga units as possible. And that same concept applies to every single category that you're going to see in these story events. So this is the first one. This can net you 4 Elder KAIS. I can't remember off the top of my head how many all of them give you, but essentially it's going to be around 4 or a little bit less. So the next one is the Secret of the Planet Potafu. This is the Pacifier one. Artificial Life Forms is the go-to category. You're going to want to go on stage 1 and farm this out as much as possible. Also, you have a nice free-to-play, 2 nice free-to-play units. This one's actually really good. The Artificial Life Form Copy Vegeta. Excellent unit. So, level 1, Artificial Life Forms for this stage. For the Mystical Adventure, you're going to be running Dragon Ball Seekers. This is actually going to be the same thing for all 3 of the Dragon Ball Saga, the early Kid Goku movies. All 3 of these utilize the Dragon Ball Seeker category. A lot of free-to-play units on this one, so you will have a much easier time boosting the drop rate for this particular category. For the first one, the one with the Tau on the image, you're going to want to go to Stage 5, Upa's Wish. And then when you go to Sleeping Princess and Devil's Castle, you're going to want to go to Stage 3 to get that Ruby, whatever it's called, I forgot, Sleeping Princess thing. And then for the last one, Curse of the Blood Rubies, you're going to want to go all the way down to Stage 5 and farm that out. So a lot of work to do. And again, you're not going to be doing it. Your game is going to be doing it. You just have to set it up. All right, now moving on to the Universe Survival Saga. This is not the final chapters. This is like the middle one. There are 3 different Universe Survival Saga story events. The one with the little cut-ins of all the characters on Universe 7, that's the one you want to look at. Universe Survival Saga is the category of choice that significantly enhances your drop rate. You're going to want to go to level 4, make way for Topo. And here you can farm out a lot of these Kachin medals. That will net you, I believe, 2 or 3 Elder Kais. Moving on, we've got the Vegeta the Indomitable Warrior. This one recently got a category boost, which was very nice, because earlier on, you would have to run this a lot longer because you would not actually have a category drop, and you'd have to take like twice as long. Thankfully, they added Exploding Rage. This one's a little bit more of a focused category, so it might be harder for some of you to have all LRs for this one, unless you've been playing for a long time. But you're going to want to go to Stage 2, so that you can farm out these puddings. And with the pudding, you can exchange it for not only Elder Kais, but some very important medals that will be needed for certain LRs. A couple other units do require the medals listed in other story events. I just haven't gone through all of them. It's highly recommended you simply just farm out everything, but that's ridiculous, right? So I'm trying to give you a little bit of direction here. So moving on, we're almost done. We got a couple more stages left. Goku and his friends are back. This one uses the Fusion category. Fusion is a pretty easy one to boost your drop rate. Level 1 gives you 2 different pieces of currency. There's the Radish and the Radish XL. Radish does not give you Kais. Radish just gives you other things like training items, other resources. It's the Radish XL that's important, and this one's a little bit rare. But as a trade-off, the rarity of this Radish XL does mean that you have to use less of these to actually purchase the Elder Kais. So what you got to be doing on that first stage is try to land on these question mark panels, so that you can get a guaranteed Radish XL. And then sometimes, if you're really lucky, you can pull that Radish XL off of the standard rainbow space here. Also, you can pick it up possibly from beating the boss, but that is the main focus. In fact, let me actually show you in the game the little difference here, because this one's a little unique. So let me jump back into the game, scroll all the way over. Yeah, so see, this is the normal Radish. You have access to training items, locations, medals. Radish XL gives you the Elder Kais, and it costs 5 Radish XLs for one, 7 for another. So the cost is very much lower because the rarity is a lot higher. All right, now moving on to the last 2 stages here. We've got the Baby Saga Dragon Ball GT stuff. Corroded Mind and Body, another difficult category to have too many copies of. So if you guys don't, might be a bit of a struggle, but there are several free-to-play units that you can run here. And for this one, you're going to want to go for... The best one is going to be the level 7, because this one does give you 250 Hercule badges. There is a little bit of a benefit to using stage 10 on this one, though, because not only can you get the Hercule statue, or the Hercule badge, but you can also get Hercule statues. And if you're a new player, you're trying to, you know, skyrocket that Zenny count to have as much money as you can to finance all of these different awakenings and whatnot, it could actually be worth it to run stage 10 instead. At the, you know, you're losing 10 more badges, but I feel like that's a pretty decent cost, since you're going to be getting 500,000 Zenny per Hercule statue. So either level 7 or level 10, Corroded Mind and Body, and also there's a whole bunch of other stuff you can farm out here. So have fun with that. And lastly, the last one is going to be the, what is this one? The Metarildo, the Black Star Dragon Ball story event. This one utilizes the Space Traveling Warriors. That is another somewhat free-to-play friendly category. Should be relatively easy. For this one, we want to farm out those metal apples, and the best place to do that is going to be Stage 7. You can get from anywhere from 160 to 240. I do see the 140 or 1000 here for the level 8. In my experience, I haven't really been that lucky to get the 1000 all too often. But feel free to try it out. You know, if your luck is better than mine, then go for it. But in my experience, it was a lot easier and just simpler to do level 7. So level 7 or level 8, and you should be done. Also, more free-to-plays to farm out. So that is basically, in a nutshell, all of the various story events. Now, that might be hard to keep track of, right? You don't want to be writing this stuff down, taking notes. So instead, I took the liberty of making a little graphic for you guys to make your lives a lot easier. So if you guys want to screenshot this image right here, feel free, because this will basically cover every story event that you need to do and how many KAIS that they give you. So that way you can kind of gauge and figure out, okay, is it worth doing this one or is it worth doing that one? So if you guys are really ambitious and want to farm out everything, then definitely do all of them. But if you have to choose a couple, definitely choose the top row, because those give you the most amount of KAIS. And then, you know, as you move further down to the left, you get less and less. So hopefully this was useful for you guys. Didn't take me too long, so, you know, don't worry so much. But I really hope you guys do farm out these KAIS, because 27 free KAIS, I don't think this has ever... Well, no, actually, that's not true. I'm sure this has happened before for other, like, landmark celebrations. But in recent memory, I can't think of another campaign where we had this many story events available with this many KAIS. So if you guys are really, really depleted, especially from those step-ups, this is the way to recoup those losses. That is going to be it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like down below. Let me know in the comments if that graphic is useful for you. Are you actually going to farm out all of these KAIS? Or are you going to pick and choose your spots here and there? If you're a new player, how has the first couple of days been with the version Z update and all of the new features that are available? Do you guys enjoying it? I know that there's a bit of a loading issue right now. Dokkan is going to fix it. But other than that, how have your experiences been so far? Let me know in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more Dokkan content in the future and click the notification bell so that you let YouTube know you want to see more of my stuff. Do it! Thanks again, stay tuned, and always remember to Dokkan responsibly.